So there's the firewall. It's all finished up. I gave it some primer and then I rubbed my dirty gloves all over it. Can't even tell that a bunch of holes were filled in there. And I just wanted to look dirty and kind of stock, original, like 70 years old. So it turned out really well. I'm pretty happy. The next thing up is these rocker panels. They are complete shit from the rear wheel well. Couple of decent spots, but otherwise junk-o-rama all the way through. So the other side's not as bad, but we're gonna do this one first. I'm gonna go all the way, replace that whole piece. I've made a template out of a piece of cardboard of roughly the shape of that rocker, and I have some 2x4 rectangular tubing, and if you lay that over, it actually fits pretty nicely. I'll have to build a piece of 18 gauge to come out and down here, and that won't really matter about structural, whereas this is 3/16 wall. It's going to be strong as hell. So first things first, I got to cut all this crap out of here, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I got this rocker cut out. It weighs about 1/2 pound. One thing to remember, I didn't mention it before. Before you do any cutting of the floor or anything structural, brace the shit out of the inside. I've got braces there, one at the back, one at the front. Yeah, and then I measured the gap from here to here, because you don't want it to open up and you don't know, and then you weld it all back together and you're a 1/2 inch long or whatever. So mine didn't move at all, so it's okay. But brace it to the floor, brace it to itself, brace the shit out of it. I'm going to fit up that HSS in here. I'm going to notch it around here and weld it to this thing and all the way into the back. That's all cut out. So I'll be right back. So I've got the new rocker panel in heavy quotes in. It's basically 2x3. I said 2x4, but I changed it to 2x3 because it actually fits that profile, and then I'll actually put a piece in there to make it all look like an actual rocker panel. But the strength here is going to be 100 times what it was and 10 times what it was from the factory. I've got a gusset I put in there to the body mount. I notched that thing around. It's not quite fully welded yet, but you can see one continuous piece right through to the rear wheel well. I added a piece of angle in here that I formed, and that will be welded to where it is. And yeah, and then this will all be cut out, and it's maybe not going to look pro, like, you know, like a body shop or whatever, but I mean, if this car is staying like this, who fucking cares, right? Anyway, that's my rocker panel. I'm going to do this side next. Same thing, just other side. So there's a better look at it. I know a lot of guys are doing this same type of thing with 4x4s, so they can drive over rocks and logs and stuff like that. So lots of strength in here, and that's what I want, because there was nothing in there. So yeah, rocker panels, Besse Custom Fab. Like my videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Rock and roll.